Have you ever caught a guy staring at you, and not just once? Like you look up randomly, and boom, he's already looking at you. And then when your eyes meet, he doesn't immediately look away. Now your brain starts racing. Wait, was that accidental? Does he like me? Is something wrong with my face? Or worst of all, am I just imagining things? Today we're breaking down exactly what it means when a guy constantly stares at you, especially directly into your eyes. Because sometimes it means attraction. Sometimes it means something completely unexpected. Let's talk about it. Eye contact is one of the most powerful forms of communication humans have. Before people even speak, their eyes are already saying something. And when a guy repeatedly looks at you, especially holding eye contact, it's rarely random. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Not every stare means the same thing. So if you've been wondering what's actually going on inside his head, here are the real reasons. 1. He's attracted to you. The most common reason. Let's start with the obvious one. If a guy keeps looking at you, especially when he thinks you're not noticing, attraction is a very strong possibility. People naturally look longer at things they like. Think about it. When you see someone attractive across a room, you don't just glance once and forget about them. Your eyes go back again and again. Maybe he looks at you during class, across the office, at the gym, or even in a crowded place where there are literally hundreds of other people. Yet somehow, his eyes keep finding you. That's not coincidence. And here's a big sign. If you catch him staring and he quickly looks away, then later looks again. Yeah, that usually means he likes what he sees but doesn't want to get caught. 2. He's trying to get your attention. Sometimes staring is actually a silent way of saying, "Hey, notice me." Not every guy is confident enough to walk up and start a conversation. Some guys are shy, some overthink everything, and some are terrified of rejection. So instead, they communicate through eye contact. He might hold your gaze slightly longer, smile a little, or look at you repeatedly hoping you'll smile first. It's like a quiet invitation, almost like he's asking permission to approach without using words. 3. Deep eye contact can mean emotional interest. Because not all staring is physical attraction. Sometimes it's emotional curiosity. If a guy looks directly into your eyes during conversations and actually listens when you speak, that's a strong sign he's genuinely interested in you as a person. Eyes reveal attention. If he maintains eye contact instead of checking his phone or scanning the room, he's focused on you. And people don't give that kind of attention easily anymore, especially today. So if his stare feels calm instead of awkward, warm instead of uncomfortable, that often means he's emotionally drawn toward you. 4. He might be trying to figure you out. Okay, let's be honest. Sometimes people stare because they're curious. Maybe you have a strong personality. Maybe you're confident. Maybe you remind him of someone. Humans naturally observe things they don't fully understand yet. So if his stare looks thoughtful rather than flirtatious, he might just be analyzing you. Not in a creepy way. More like, who is she? What's her story? Some guys are naturally observant. They watch before they approach. 5. The nervous attraction stare. Now this one is honestly kind of cute. Some guys stare because they're nervous. Yes, nervous. You might notice things like, he looks at you, then instantly looks down, or pretends to check his phone, or suddenly becomes very interested in absolutely nothing around him. Why? Because attraction can make people awkward, especially if you intimidate him a little. Confidence, beauty, or strong energy can make someone unsure how to act. So instead of talking, he watches from a safe distance. He doesn't even realize he's doing it. Here's something surprising. Sometimes a guy genuinely doesn't realize he's staring. When people daydream or think deeply, their eyes naturally rest somewhere. And occasionally, that somewhere happens to be you. If his expression looks blank or distracted rather than focused, he might just be lost in thought. So context matters. Is he smiling? Watching your reactions? Looking away when you notice? Those details tell the real story. 7. The intense eye contact. Chemistry or challenge. Now let's talk about the stare that makes your heart skip. The intense one. When your eyes meet and neither of you looks away. There's almost tension in the air. That kind of eye contact often signals strong chemistry. Humans subconsciously test connection through eye contact. If he holds your gaze confidently, he might be testing attraction. Almost like saying, "Do you see me?" But sometimes intense eye contact can also be confidence or dominance, especially if there's no smile involved. So always pay attention to how it makes you feel. Comfortable, excited, or uneasy. Your instincts matter. 8. Signs it actually means he likes you. If you're trying to decode everything quickly, look for combinations, because one stare alone doesn't mean much. But multiple signs together, that's where clarity happens. For example, he looks at you often, smiles when eye contact happens, acts slightly nervous around you, finds excuses to be near you, or suddenly becomes more talkative when you're around. That's usually attraction. Eyes start the story. Actions confirm it. 9. When a stare is a red flag. Now, important part, not every stare is positive. If someone stares in a way that feels uncomfortable, too intense, too long, or ignores your boundaries, trust your instincts. Attention should never feel threatening. Healthy interest feels respectful, not invasive. Your comfort always comes first. So what does it really mean when a guy constantly stares at you, especially into your eyes? It could mean attraction, curiosity, admiration, nervousness, or even emotional connection. But here's the truth most people forget. The biggest clue isn't just his eyes. It's how he behaves afterward. Does he try to talk to you? Smile? Stay close? Or completely avoid interaction? Because eyes may start the conversation, but actions always finish it. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever caught someone staring at you repeatedly? And what happened next? Tell me in the comments, because honestly, those stories are always interesting. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who definitely needs help decoding mixed signals. I'll see you in the next one.